So day 4 of my video experiment, more just a project where I'm just trying to get myself comfortable on video, talk to the camera without feeling awkward about the whole situation. No real agenda, no real content strategy, nothing like that. Just kind of every day, turn on the camera, talk, say something that's on my mind, and that's really the whole purpose of it. So first off, apologies to Dorothy, who commented on day 3 of the video and suggested that I set up the scene a little bit better, try different angles, do some more editing. So my apologies. I did just move into a new apartment. I don't really have the time to set up a different scene, but your advice is well taken, and I'm sure over the course of the 30 days, something will be figured out that will be more compelling than me just, quote, plopping down in a chair. Today, I think what I'd like to talk about, I listened to a few podcasts, mainly 2 episodes of Social Echoes, the True Voice Media podcast, one of which featuring Jay Baer and the other featuring DJ Waldo, and that in conjunction with a blog post written by Jay Baer on Convince and Convert called How Social Media and Smartphones Breed a Petri Dish of Negativity. It was from, looking at it now, looks like May of this year. And what it really got me thinking about, and we almost did a podcast about this, John and I, we wanted to do a podcast where we talked about the prevalence of people who hide behind their avatars and sort of the tough guy syndrome that happens when you get in the comment thread. You can see this in YouTube threads, you can see this really on any TechCrunch article, on any Mashable article, and really any article across big sites along the web, especially if they deal with politics. You'll notice that there's this whole host of tough guys that have all the answers and that from behind their avatar are really smart and really tough. I often wonder how many of these same people would have the balls in real life to stand up and say something face to face to someone that they would behind an avatar. And what really got me thinking is that one of the things that Jay Baer talked about in the podcast, or actually in this article, is the prevalence of people who at restaurants are quick to pull out their phone and start bitching and complaining before they ever bring it up to a manager or someone that can do something on site, or airlines and how they're seeing their complaints go up. And I'm just wondering, not if it's a good or a bad thing, but really more just what the future looks like as we go further and further down this rabbit hole where everybody has this voice and everybody can talk back and say whatever it is that they need to say or want to say. And how does that impact brand perceptions over the long term? If we're not actually engaging in this dialogue in real life where things can be actioned, but instead we're just immediately going out and whining and crying to the world. And I'm guilty of this too. I've done this with airlines, I've done this with restaurants where I immediately take to the web rather than trying to address it in person. And I know it's something that I need to myself get better with. But I think I'm just curious about what the effects of it are, and I'd like to hear from anyone if you want to comment on this video. Have you had any experiences where you first took to the internet before actually trying to get it rectified in person? Have you ever hidden behind your avatar and engaged in tough guy flame war type comment threads? Again, something I'm guilty. I've definitely hidden behind my avatar and gotten into brutal fights about politics and things, and I just don't think that it gets us anywhere. But I'm curious, is there another perspective from out there of any of you that you've had one of these discussions anonymously where maybe you've changed someone's mind or something positive has come from it? So I'm just curious about all that and whether or not you have any opinions. So this is day 4, again, one cut, no editing, no scene setup. Again, sorry Dorothy P, but I'm just trying to figure out how to be comfortable on video so that eventually I can begin to use it more strategically in my own marketing and my own company. That's all.